This is a Marvin Integrity all Ultrex single hung, and I want to show you how to replace a broken balance tube. First, we're going to start by opening the window, and we're going to make sure it's open at least 3 or 4 inches. Now, more than likely, if you have a broken balance tube, this is going to be extremely heavy, or it's going to go one side, or when you open it, it just may fall. If that happens, maybe have someone help you out. At least hold it up that 3 or 4 inches. Move your latches on each side, and we're going to tilt this bottom sash out like this, and then we're going to lift it straight up, and then we're going to set it to the side. Okay, we're going to start by simulating tilting of the sash by using a slotted or flat screwdriver. We're going to set it in this clutch, and keep in mind, if this tube is good, it's going to be under a lot of tension. If it's broken, obviously there's not going to be any tension on it, so just keep your hand on top of it. And we're going to turn this a quarter turn like this, and we're going to allow this clutch to go all the way up to the bottom of the balance tube. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the sash stop. Now, if this is missing, that is more than likely why your balance tube either came detached or broke. Because if this piece is missing here, as we just take it out just like that, when you lift the bottom sash up, the bottom sash, as it goes all the way to the top, will push this balance tube up and cause the balance tube to come unhooked. And I'll show you how to do that. Now that we have this removed, we can now lift the whole balance tube. We'll disconnect the little hook behind it. And now we can take our screwdriver and we can take the clutch out like that. And now we have to take the whole balance tube out. And we got a couple tools that we can use for that. This tube is a very precise fit, so you may have to take like a little block of wood and put it in there to help you get that out, or you can get something like this through Marvin where you can tilt that, and it's just going to spread that a little bit. And you can take your bent screwdriver, which I'm sure everyone has one of these, put that behind there and pull the tube out just like that. I'm not sure if you can see that, but on this tube there's going to be a number stamped, and that's actually gives us the size or the part number of this balance tube. You can give this number to your local dealer and order replacement tube. If you can't see this number, I'll show you another spot to look. Another spot you can look is actually on your sash. On most Integrity products, the sticker's usually still on the side of it. So you can get the size of the window there and the actual order number and give that number to your dealer, and they can order you the proper balance tube. Another thing about removing this tube is usually when it's broken, it's one of these rivets that go, and it'll cause this rivet to come out. So when you go to pull this out, you may have a slight challenge getting it out. So if that happens, you may actually have to put a putty knife in here to try to get this out. But if you go hard enough, you can get that out. Okay, so now we got our new tube, and we're going to make sure it's the same size and everything. And see, there's a little hook behind here. You're going to have to use a tool or something to keep that hook out as you install it. And that hook is going to install in that hole up there. Okay, hopefully you can see that okay. That's the hole it's going to go into. That hook's on there like that. If there's any foam in there from when they foamed your window, be sure to clear that foam out, because that foam sometimes will press against this hook and make it a little difficult to get reattached there. Okay, this is where the fun begins. We're going to try to get this back in here. We're going to get that in there like that. That was good that that popped out of my way so I didn't have to do it. I meant to do that, of course. And we're going to push that in there. And then we can get our little screwdriver to get that clutch back in there. Easier said than done, right? Just like that. And now we're going to move this all the way up to get that reattached. Sometimes you can use the centrifugal force of just lifting up and going like that. Sometimes you can get it reattached. Obviously, if that didn't work for me this time, I'm going to use my little Allen wrench, and I'm going to push that little hook I showed you earlier, and we're going to get that reattached, and then we're going to make sure that it's attached. Now, there's been a few design changes with Marvin, and this gap is sometimes a little shorter than what you see here. If it's a little shorter, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to do, but you get the general idea. And once you get that back in, please be sure to put this back in. This is very important. Now we have to move that clutch down to line up with that one. Okay, we're going to put our screwdriver in there. We're going to pull it down. We're keeping a lot of pressure on it, and we're going to make sure it's lined up with the other side. And we're going to turn this at quarter turn like that. And now we'll go ahead and replace our bottom sash. Okay, we're ready to put our bottom sash back in. Obviously, make sure the exterior is to the top. Pins are above those little clutches. We're going to set the sash completely flat. We're going to set that in there. And I'm going to show you one more thing to do to make this window operate a little better for you. I highly recommend getting some Pledge furniture polish, clean paper towel, spray a lot on the paper towel, have the paper towel soak it in. Even if this window is brand new, I would want you to do this. Go ahead and open it up all the way. You're going to take it, you're going to fold it, and you're going to put it in these tracks here where that clutch slides in on the weather stripping, like this. And then along here. That's going to make this window operate a lot smoother. And obviously, everything locks. Thank you for watching this video. If this video helped you out, please hit the subscribe button. That'll help me out. Thanks for watching.